Hey everyone! Listen up, because today we're talking about a possibility that's going to get every Washington Commanders fan hyped. What if Brandon Aiyuk joined our team? Let's dive into this crazy idea right now, but before we do, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates about the Commanders. Let's go, team, until wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk from the San Francisco 49ers gets a new deal with his current team or gets traded somewhere else, the conversation about him isn't going away. Even if the smoke around him and the Washington Commanders has cleared up a bit during the 4th of July festivities, and look, folks, we know Aiyuk is still unhappy with his current situation with the 49ers. The team hasn't made any moves, and there's a quarterback on the Commanders who would love to reunite with his old college teammate and best buddy. Imagine that duo back in action, but let's talk about our GM, Adam Peters. He's not going to be a pushover just because it's his first year in the saddle. The waiting game is longer since it was revealed that both sides talked about a trade, but they haven't reached an agreement on the terms yet, we don't know if the San Francisco GM, John Lynch, and his former assistant GM, Peters, are still talking about Aiyuk, but Marcus Mosher from the 33rd team believes the chemistry between the player and our team is real and adds an extra layer of intrigue to the situation. If Aiyuk could choose his next team, the Washington Commanders would be at the top of his list. Jaden Daniels was his quarterback during their time together at Arizona State, and Dan Quinn is a coach players love to play for because of his infectious attitude, wrote Mosher. The Commanders have a number one receiver in Terry McLaurin, but Aiyuk's game would complement his, and their skills don't overlap. With Cliff Kingsbury running the offense, they're expected to be an open passing attack with 3 or 4 receivers on the field all the time. That means there would be plenty of targets and opportunities for both players, and there's more, folks. The Commanders have the second largest cap space in the NFL, and it seems they would welcome a possible trade. Pairing Daniels and Aiyuk would be a lot of fun, and it would be fascinating to see if Washington can pull this off, such a move would cost the Commanders money in the form of a new deal for the receiver, but it would also cost draft capital, something Peters is reluctant to give up, as he sees the best path forward for this team being built through the annual selection meeting, still, it's hard to imagine Washington drafting a player as talented as Aiyuk next year, so spending some capital to make this happen isn't out of the question. And if his skills mesh with McLaurin's the way Mosher believes they would, it's hard not to get excited about the possibility of the two receivers joining forces to catch passes from a quarterback as dynamic as Daniels could be in the NFL, with camps set to open in less than 3 weeks. This is a story worth watching as we get closer to the 49ers and Washington continuing to build their respective teams, So, folks, what do you think about this possibility? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button to support us. Let's cheer and believe in our Commanders. Until next time, and hail to the Commanders.